Hi students, this is K. Mojakar, lecturer in commerce. In today's video, we can discuss about steps in international project appraisal. Before going to discuss this video, till now who have not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. Due to subscribing, you may get the updated notifications as well as share to your friends. Due to sharing, your friends may also get benefited. In previous video, we have discussed about the international project appraisal in detail. However, just I will move into the brief part and we can discuss what are its steps in the international project appraisal. Here, international project appraisal means nothing but it is the long term investment decision. Why? Because each and every company who are operating, even though at national level or at global level, we should make a proper investment analysis and we should move forward. Then only we will able to achieve and we can compete and we can succeed in all the business organizations, or otherwise definitely we will get the losses. So once if we take in the decisions, we can't come back. So here we should make a proper techniques in order to achieve, in order to move. If we make a proper techniques, then definitely we can achieve the goal and we can make the profits in the long run. Why? Because international project appraisal is irreversible, we know that, and we are making an investment for the future purposes. It benefits derive in the long run. So if we are making the budget for more, so in order to definitely from that budget we should get the profits more. So here what are its steps in international project appraisal we can discuss here. See here, within the intention of developing the strategic advantage profile of an organization, the management should first collect information from external or internal sources, both from formal as well as informal channels, then interpret as well as informal channels, and then interpret them inclusively to determine its strengths and weaknesses. The following steps involved in the international project appraisal. So first of all we should know that before making any decisions, what we have to do, we should make a proper planning. Why? Because without planning we can't move. Without planning we can't move. So first of all, what is the main step here? Each and every activity, planning. Planning is nothing but it is a predetermined objective. Predetermined objective. Say for example, I will give a one normal example to you. Our company has facing a struggles and we are getting a losses. We are getting a losses. We are getting a losses. So we know that we are getting a losses. Definitely there has some type of problem has been occurred. Yes or no? Before, in order to identify the problem, what we have to do, we should identify the problem as well as we should make a proper solution to it. So same as in the business organization, before making any investment decisions in the long run, my according to my view, not only in the long run, whatever it may be the major amount or small amount, whatever it may be, it is the amount, it will be benefits to the both the persons who are working in the organizations. It may be lower level to or top level management, whatever it may be, the amount is the precious only for the company, for the, as I am talking, just for the purpose of the management, for the purpose of the management. So why? Because even though a company will get the losses, automatically it shows impact on the all the activities in the business, all the activities in the business. So before making any investment decisions, what we have to do, we should planning. So same as here also, first of all we should collect information from external or internal sources. External or internal sources, it may be both formal level as well as through the informal channels, then interpret as well as informal channels also inclusively. Why? Because in order to determine its strengths and weaknesses, in order to determine its strength and weaknesses, then only if we identify strength only, then automatically with the strength we can avoid the weaknesses. So here, what are the steps involved in the international project appraisal? We can discuss here briefly. First of all, we see here, we should identify the strategic factors. What are the first step here? The first step in the process of corporate analysis is the identification of those factors which are crucial to the success of the international organization. We know that several factors which are operating in our business, or in order to take the proper decisions, we should consider the definitely different factors. But here main role is what, that say for example there are 100 factors are there, or whatever it may be. So we should know that what is the first factor, what is the first factor, then only we can take the decision. What is the first factor here? Based on that, we should move into that. We should remove other factors. Each and every factor is, or each and every factor is very important in making the decision, but which is crucial and which is non crucial, we should make. Based on that, we should take the decision. So here first step is we should identify all the factors, but main aim is which are crucial to the success of our international organizations. These factors may relate to the different aspects of the organization. These factors could conveniently be in different functional areas such as marketing and finance, personal and research and development. Okay, here what I have said before, we should, before making analysis, we should identify through informal channels as well as formal channels. Yes or no? Formal channels as well as informal channels. So here what we are doing here, our first process is corporate analysis, identification of factors. What are that factors? Which factors which are crucial to the success of the international organization? What are that factors? Means that factors may relate to the different aspects of the organization. These factors could conveniently, where it will be available, it will be, these factors are definitely available in the different functional areas. We know that, my dear student friends, each and every problem there is a solution. We, and human being, if we think, definitely every impossible situation we can make the possible situation. So same as here also, all the factors such as found in the different functional areas such as marketing, we should make a marketing analysis. We know that marketing aspects we can make the 4 piece or 7 piece, or whatever it may be, such as marketing and finance, personal and research development. If we make a proper research and development only, then only we can get. However, there are definite different research areas, different different research areas, it is different concept. But when coming to this international project analysis, we should make a, or our information is available in different functional areas such as marketing and finance, personal and research development. Next one, determining the importance of factors. After identifying the, in first step what we have done, we have identified the crucial factors. We have identified the crucial factors. Those factors where had available, it had available in the different functional areas, we know that. So what is the second step? After identifying the crucial factors of corporate appraisal, the management, what you have to do, have to determine the importance of each of these factors, since all the factors may not be have equal value to the organization. Yes or no? For example, crucial factors, even though there are 5 crucial factors, think that for marketing may have different percentage, and for finance it may be have different percentage, and for research and development it is the main part, it is a backbone, it may be have different percentage. So here, so what they are saying, all the factors may not be equal value to the organization for accomplishing its purpose. So it will be very necessary to attach due importance to them. So determining strength and weaknesses, once the relative significance of different factors has been assessed, the management, what you have to do, the management should then attempt to determine the position of the organization in each of these factors. After determining, we have to assess it. Then what you have to do, the management should assess and move forward. Normally, Normally, the strengths and weaknesses of the firm can be assessed by the firm's past results. How we are another thing, what they are saying here, normally the strength and weaknesses of the firm can be assessed by the firm's own past results and comparing with accomplishment of the competitors, and also by comparing with what they ought to be. What to be means, here what they are saying, another thing, we have to make the strength and weaknesses of the firm can be assessed by the, how we are assessing, based on the firm's own past results. Yes or no? If we, first of all, before making into the future, we should know what is the problem occurring in the past. If we identify the solution, what has been occurred in the past, then definitely we can know the solution. Definitely we can know the solution in the future. We can make the proper analysis to that. So same as here also, we had to make the strength and weaknesses of the firm, what has by the firm's past results. Based on that, based on the comparison, and also comparing with the accomplishment of the various competitors, and also comparing various what to be, ought to be, based on that we can make. First of all, what is the first step means, we should make a, we should identify the crucial factors which are success to the organization. Later on, what we have to do, we have to make the proper analysis, and also each factor may, all factors may not have a equal value to the organization. Yes or no? So what you have to do, we should determine the strength and weaknesses, and also based on the past results, as well as we have to comparing with the accomplishment of the competitors, as well as and comparing what there ought to be. Next one, constructing the strategic profile of the firm after weighing the significance of each factor of the company in its environment. The management complies a strategic advantage profile for the firm and comparing it with profile successful competitors of the potential of host countries to develop a pattern of the firm's strength and weaknesses relative to its present and proposed product market strategy. So what you have to do here, we have to constructing a strategic advantage profile of the firm. What is the proper profile? We have to make a one strategic mode to our profile, then only we can achieve the success. So later on, after weighing the significance of each factor of company in its environment, then what I have to do, the management complies a strategic advantage profile of the firm, and what they are doing, they are comparing it with profiles with successful competitors. Say for example, our company is A, there are many successful competitors like Wipro or whatever it may be. I am just taking the some of the global companies. So I am competing and comparing with the successful competitors profiles, then the potential of host countries. Based on that, we are developing a pattern of the firm's strength and weaknesses related to its present and proposed product market strategy. Proposed, after comparing what you have doing, the potential of host countries, we have to do a, we should develop a pattern of the firm's strength and weaknesses related to its present and proposed product market strategy. Based on that, we can making a decisions. Thanks for watching.